Hello, I am Malika Norman and welcome to Buckingham News. Our top stories: Buckingham's annual Bonfire and Fireworks Night, the Christmas Craft Fair returns to the Old Jail, and a talk on Buckingham throughout the ages. The Buckingham skies were set alight last Saturday at the town's annual bonfire and fireworks display. Crowds gathered to admire the show, which was made unique through a performance by a Civil War reenactment group. Christy Thomas joined in on the festivities.
Organised by Buckingham Town Council, this year's display took place in Borden Park on the 3rd of November. New to the yearly tradition is a performance by Lord John Robarte's Regiment of Foot, a Civil War reenactment group.
Yeah, it's just good fun, providing the rain stays off. We, the Buckingham Air Cadets, we just come down in the morning from 10 till 12 and, as you can see, help build this monster. It brings the town together, brings us as a unit, a local Buckingham squadron together. We support the town. We've done this for as long as I can remember.
Yes, fire! This starts at 6:15 in the afternoon, followed up by the bonfire and fireworks at 7. Involved with organising the event is Councillor Andy Mahi for the 12th year in a row.
I enjoy fireworks and I think it helps the community to come together at this time of the year.
With old helping hands and new performances, events like this have really brought the town together, and next year's performance should be even better. This is Kirsty Thomas for Buckingham News.
With Christmas only 48 days away, shoppers were ready to fill their bags with local crafts, packing away gifts ready for the festive season. The Old Jail hosted another free craft fair to bring about some Christmas spirit. Catherine Barr went along.
On Saturday the 3rd of November, the Old Jail in Buckingham's town centre once again hosted the ever-popular craft fair.
We've been doing craft fairs at the Old Jail for at least 17, 18 years now. We do them annually. It's always this weekend in the year we do them.
And how many visitors does it have on
an average? About 400, 450 in a day. I think we're up to nearly 150 now. We've been open about an hour and a half, so we're doing well.
This craft fair has been popular in Buckingham for nearly 20 years. With all sorts of stalls selling items from fudge to fashion, shoppers have no shortage of choice while getting some early Christmas shopping in.
As I say, we get together 3 times a week. We've got about 15, 16 members, and we make stuff. And we've been selling stuff since Christmas 2014 was our first sale. So we're coming up 4 years old. We make things for mainly out of wood for the home and garden. So we do bird boxes, bug boxes, bat boxes, chopping boards, ornaments for the home.
It was, as always, a very popular event, and the people of Buckingham look forward to getting into the Christmas spirit with the Christmas fair on the 15th of December. This is Catherine Barr reporting for Buckingham News.
The origins of Buckingham were unfolded at the Radcliffe Centre. From a Saxon settlement to later becoming a town with a charter from King Charles II, simply meaning Meadow of Bucca's people, esteemed archaeologist and expert David Green came to tell the tale. Timothy Incombe has a story.
If you have ever wondered about the history of Buckingham, then look no further. Last Saturday, the Radcliffe Centre hosted esteemed archaeologist and expert David Green to talk about the origins of the town.
Into the Middle Ages. So a lot of the information that we've extrapolated has come from the Domesday record.
So when I was about 13 or 14, I got involved in an archaeological dig on a Roman site. So that's what drove my interest. Buckingham's really interesting. It's a great place historically. It's the degree of preservation you've got in terms of the historic buildings. They're fantastic. You don't have that many change there, so you've got this unique survival that you don't find in other towns in Buckinghamshire. Bit by bit we're sort of uncovering things about the past. So yeah, I think that's intriguing. There's more things to discover.
North Marston, that's another example of a church that has had quite a lot of money lavished on it, and yet It's a very unspectacular small village.
I'm a professional archaeologist, and I had to do this as part of a project, but it was a joy to do and discover while I was doing it. So it's quite a privilege to be an archaeologist and work on something like this. Yeah.
And there you have it, the history of Buckingham explained to you by David Green in an engaging talk traveling through time. This is Timothy Nkum for the Buckingham News.
And now for some old-fashioned rock and roll. Talented local singer and guitarist Tom McAvoy played to an enthusiastic crowd at the Woolpack last weekend. Take those old records off the shelf, but don't listen to them by yourself. Victor Chung has the story.
I'm going to do one by end now. Hold it. It's called Runaway.
While some of you may have been out at Bonfire celebrations, there was a buzzing atmosphere at the Woolpack last Saturday evening with live music from the local musician Tom McAvoy. Drink was flowing, but most importantly, a great crowd gathered to see some fine music on display.
I started doing it when I was about 17, 18. Got given a Johnny Cash chord book for Christmas and just sort of went from there with learning all the songs. It's not country music as a whole. I'm not a country music fan, but it's mainly just Johnny Cash, Elvis songs and stuff like that. That's the sort of stuff that I got into.
Black as the darkness she was, she never go down.
There's a great turnout here at the Woolpack, showcasing another great talent here in Buckingham. This is Victor Chung for Buckingham News.
Everyone had one, and some still do, whether you like to admit it or not. Hug-a-Bear Day came about to encourage people to remember simpler times, and some people still choose to take their bear everywhere. Today we celebrate a very well-traveled Buckingham bear. Bella Ojuku reports.
Today we celebrate National Hug-a-Bear Day. Ancient Egyptians are credited with creating the very first plush toys, and this has since evolved and been recreated into various types over the years. Today we're meeting with University of Buckingham worker Sarah Daniel, whose soft toy is her favourite travel companion.
This here is Benji Bear. I've had him since I was about 11 years old. He's just been a companion with me everywhere I go. Abroad, he's been many places now. He's been to Sydney, New Zealand, various places around Europe. I think his most recent was a trip to Rome this year. He's got Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, all sorts of places.
So, celebrate National Hug-a-Bear Day by snuggling up with one of your favourite teddy bears or giving a big bear hug to your friends and family. This is Samantha Carmichael reporting for Buckingham News.
Police investigating the suspicious deaths in Maids Moreton of 2 pensioners, including a former lecturer at this university, have charged 2 men with a variety of serious offences. Lecturer Peter Farquhar died on the 26th of October 2015, aged 69, and Anne Moore Martin died on the 12th of May 2017, aged 83. Benjamin Field, aged 28 of Olney, is charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder Anne Moore Martin and Peter Farquhar, 1 count of murder of Peter Farquhar, 1 count of attempted murder of Anne Moore Martin, 2 counts of fraud, and 3 counts of burglary. Martin Smith, aged 32 of Redruth, Cornwall, is charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder Anne Moore Martin and Peter Farquhar, 1 count of murder of Peter Farquhar, 1 count of attempted murder of Anne Moore Martin, 1 count of fraud, and 2 counts of burglary. Francis Hapgood, the current Thames Valley Chief Constable, released an October review last Tuesday to discuss a few pressing topics surrounding the current climate and time of year. Chief Constable Hapgood covered what is to be done about the hate crimes in Thames Valley, the current demands on the service, and the policing of Halloween and Bonfire Night and burglary prevention tactics. On the topic of hate crimes, Hapgood said that last year, at least 6 hate crimes were reported every day in Thames Valley area. No one should be targeted because of who they are, how they look, or what they believe in. The Buckingham Student Union has introduced a new self-defense class. The first session is free and starts at 2:30 p.m. on Friday in the fitness studio in the OTM. The session is an hour long and will be run by Daniel Sinclair and is open to all. Following sessions will continue to be on Friday 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. in the fitness studio. Christmas excitement comes earlier each year, but we don't mind when preparations start for Buckingham Town Council's annual Christmas parade. The event has been going on for over 30 years, and this year's theme, The World of Fantasy, was announced last Monday. The parade will kick off on the 15th of December 2018 at 10:45 a.m. from Chandos Road and will end around 12:30 on Market Hill and Market Square. There will be 3 competitions this year with cash prizes: Best Dressed Shop, Best Dressed Float, and Best Dressed Walking Group. One of Buckingham's most established local businesses has relocated. Sweet Dreams, a bra fitting specialist previously based in Castle Hill, has moved to Whiteleaf Business Center in Buckingham Industrial Estate. Karen Baines, the proprietor, said, "Due to outside influences making an impact on our business, we have successfully moved. There is plenty of free parking, a lift, and mother-baby cubicles. Sweet Dreams remains a one-to-one specialist service and a go-to for lingerie and swimwear." And now over to Tim with sports.
Thanks, Malaika. Determination, commitment, and a lot of hard work is the name of the game. The University of Buckingham's women's basketball team are preparing every week at the local secondary school. We asked Sophia Rook to bring us their latest reports.
The University of Buckingham's women's basketball team are deep in preparation for their first competitive game in university history. Formed in April, this initiative was the brainchild of Bella Devine and Deborah Didison, who demanded a session solely for women. Beginning each session with a set of drills designed to improve coordination and shooting skill, healthy competition often gets rowdy with enthusiasm that is simply electric. Newcomers are consistently being welcomed into the group with a complimentary first taster session being provided to lure in prospective players. The club has even taken in the quietest of individuals, encouraging their confidence and forcing them to speak up and be heard. Girls rep Bella Devine has put many hours into the expansion of women's basketball and speaks of her experience as the only female player amongst a sea of masculine figures.
Okay, since I started at Buckingham last January, I was the only girl that was playing basketball with all the guys. And now that there's a proper women's club, woo! It's great, it's great. And we have a consistent 8 to 12 girls that come every week. And it's great to see girls playing basketball and then the guys involving the girls. And yeah, it's great.
As the team continue to put in the hours under their volunteer coach Wayne Fairs, expectations are high and morale even higher. Stay tuned for coverage of the match and follow as Buckingham becomes home to yet another sports team with a heart. This is Sophia Rook for Buckingham News.
1, 2, 3,
After nearly 2 weeks on the road, Milton Keynes Lightning returned to their home ground to face off against the Guildford Flames in an elite game on Saturday evening. With Lightning currently sitting at the bottom of the league, Lightning needed to seize every opportunity they had. Ben Collins reports.
Lightning have suffered a series of injuries in their away games, leading the team to be short of 3 players in the face-off against the Flames. Nonetheless, Lightning came onto the ice and held up a strong defence in the face of the lack of extra players. The first period was occupied with fierce end-to-end plays, with both teams racking up a number of shots on goal, until Lightning got their first point against the Flames, scored by number 81, Radek Meidel, after sending Guildford's netminder post-to-post in defence before conceding. The first period ended as intense as it began, after a small roughing escalated into a punch from Lightning's number 10, Martin Mazanek, which sent Flames' Brett Ferguson to the deck, resulting in a 5-on-3 power play in Flames' favour. Lightning managed to successfully hold out against the odds to the end of the first period. The second period began with more intense end-to-end play occupying most of the first half, before Flames managed to get a shot past Lightning netminder Patrick Killeen, after a puck drop in the zone to his right-hand side. The scorer, Flames number 27, Ian Waters, managed to scoop the loose puck over the left shoulder of the Lightning netminder, levelling the game at 1-1, where it remained for the rest of the period. The Lightning fans were vocal in their support for Lightning after an open ice hit from number 12, Nelson Armstrong, sent Flames number 17, TJ Foster, firmly on the ground before the second period ended. The score remained unchanged in the third period, with both teams putting up stern attack and defence. Flames were presented with a power play opportunity in the last 4 minutes, but Lightning refused to concede. The period ended at 1-1, extending the game into sudden death extra time. In extra time, both teams failed to score after multiple opportunities in both halves of the ice. Lightning suffered a penalty, allowing Flames to gain an extra player in the ice, leading to Flames number 8, Kaliakaro, scoring between the pads of Lightning with just 0.3 seconds left on the clock, setting the score at Lightning 1, Flames 2. Lightning have an upcoming away game in Manchester against Storm this Friday, before returning to home turf on Saturday to face off against the Cardiff Devils. This is Ben Collins for Buckingham News.
And now, back to the studio.
November is World Vegan Month. To celebrate how far the vegan movement has come and to show how accessible and beneficial the lifestyle is, the University of Buckingham student Catherine Matthews reports.
To celebrate World Vegan Month, we've decided to show you the day in the life of a vegan person. It's literally just the same as everyone else's. We just don't eat meat, eggs, dairy, or honey. So please stop saying,
Don't you miss bacon?
don't you miss bacon?
Don't you miss bacon?
No.
I could never be vegan.
I could never be vegan.
I can never be vegan.
I'm not asking you to.
Tell me, where'd you get your protein from?
Where'd you get your protein from?
Where'd you get your protein from?
Boom, 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 boom. Since 2012, veganism has been on the rise as people are becoming more health conscious. Now it is so easy to become vegan. Waitrose, Tesco's, and Sainsbury's have brought out plant-based food lines. For a cheaper option, you could adopt a plant-based diet, but you need great cooking skills and patience. Also, accidental vegan food is everywhere. Buckingham even has a vegan food truck called Vigo, which is reasonably priced and quite good, even if I do say so myself. As I said at the beginning, I'm not forcing you to adopt the vegan lifestyle. Just stop saying, "Hey Catherine, I got you dinner!" Dinner served, Catherine. And reporting for Buckingham News, this is Catherine Matthews. I love hummus so much. Favorite food. Best food ever.
My name is Malika Norman. Thank you for watching Buckingham News. We'll see you next week.